Digital shirt printing is very prominent these days, for they are easier and the process is very fast. But this method would cost you hundreds. This is why there are still a lot of people who prefer having silkscreen t-shirt printing Omaha, for it is easy and cheap. Though this would take time to get the result, but most people wanted their shirts more personalized. If you are planning to have one, then you have to know the preparations. Tools are the most important thing you ought not to forget. Stencil paper is the most used paper for pattern making. But if you prefer using common materials, then you can use bond paper or recycle your used negatives and X-ray films kept in your house. In fact, you can use anything, but be sure that it will not damage your work. The paints for this are available in various types, depending on the preference of the user. But paint such as acrylic is the most used by most of the beginners and some experts. This one dries quickly and soluble in water. But the best for t-shirt works is the fabric paint, but not all would spend their money in such, which result can be altered by the acrylic. The principal tool to have this type of printing is the silk screen, which is made of mesh. You can purchase the one with white mesh in the department stores. It would be hard to see a yellow mesh in such place, for yellow mesh is mostly used by experts already, for this absorbs light. For the frame, just choose the one with wooden, for you are not a commercialized printing company that needs to use metal framed screen. The applicators is very important, and for this type of printing you only need to use a squeegee. Squeegee is made of soft rubber blade to press the adhesive into the fabric. There are certain types for this, and two of it is the Ergoforce, which has an aluminum handle and which blade is replaceable, and the one with wooden handle and most of the time with a replaceable blade. Though it is much ideal compared to the other one. But you do not mind spending too much for home-made t-shirt printing. What is good with the wooden handle is that it does not need reassembling it upon the purchase, unlike the other one. And it is much more available and cheaper. You must also need cutters in working on your pattern. Most laymen are using paper cutters or paper knife for pattern making. Those who cannot manage to use knives, they prefer using the scissors. But the most ideal for this is the stencil cutter, for it makes your cutting more easier, especially to those patterns with complicated curves. Masking tape must be used if the design is too small for the screen. This is to avoid unintentional mistake and not to waste paint. You can also purchase paint brushes to do some brush strokes on your shirt. And do not forget to use newspaper for spilling. Traditional t-shirt printing Omaha might be out of civilization already. But it is not important of what is trending. The most important is the efficiency of the work. Now you can make a personalized design for your partner.